Good morning, students. Kailash Chandra Panda welcomes you to a new topic that is in your non-detailed study, that is the beggar. The story Beggar is written by Anton Chekhov, a great Russian novelist and story writer. Now come to the topic. Kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to a poor hungry man. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. I have not 5 kopecks for a lodging. I swear it before God. For 8 years I was a village school teacher, and then I lost my place through intrigues. Here kopecks means a Russian coin equal to 1/100th of ruble. Intrigues means make secret plan to do something illicit. So the background of the story was that a beggar was begging at a junction of Moscow street. Just at that time, a beggar was going on that way. He saw the beggar. The beggar wanted to say that he did not have 5 kopecks to pay for a room to spend the night at. He swore by God that he spoke the truth. He had been a school teacher in a village for 8 years, but he lost his job because of the conspiracy of his colleagues. The beggar was begging. Just at that time, an advocate was going on that way. He saw at the ragged fawn-colored overcoat of the suppliant, at the dull drunken eyes, at the red spot on either cheek, and it seemed to him as if he had seen this man somewhere before. Here suppliant means a person making a humble request. The advocate named Sergei looked at the light brown colored coat of the beggar. The beggar had dull drunken eyes. There were red spots on both cheeks. Sergei felt that he had seen that man before. The beggar continued, I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. The medicine went on, but I have not the money to go there. Help me kindly. I am ashamed to ask, but I am obliged to by circumstances. Here medicine means the beggar, and obliged to means forced, compelled to. The beggar continued that he had got an offer, he had got a job in the state of Kaluga of Russia. He did not have enough money to travel there. Actually, his profession was not begging, but the circumstances forced him to do so. Sergei's eyes fell on the man's overshoe, one of which was high and other was low. And he suddenly remembered that he had seen that man somewhere else. And Sergei said, look here, it seemed to me I met you that day before yesterday in Sadovya Street. But you told me at that time that you were a student who had been expelled and not a village school teacher. Do you remember? Sergei reminded him that the day before yesterday he had seen him in the Sadovya Street, where the person said him that he was a student and he could not pay the school fee, so he had been driven out from the school. But the beggar stammered, no, not so. It cannot be so, mumbled the beggar. Taken aback, I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. At first the beggar was shocked and spoke softly that it was not possible. He was telling the truth, and he had the proof. He had all the papers to prove that he was a school teacher. Sergei flushed, torn from the ragged creature, with an expression of disgust. Disgust means a feeling of revolution, a feeling of strong disapproval. And he said, "This is dishonesty, my dear sir." He cried angrily, "This is swindling. I shall send the police for you." Sergei wanted to hand over the beggar to the police. Then the beggar said, laying his hand on his heart, "The fact is that I was lying. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. All that was fiction. Formerly I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. But what else I can do? I cannot get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do?" Here fiction means falsehood, a man-made story. The beggar confessed that he was a Russian choir. Because of heavy drinking, he was driven out from the choir. "What can you do? You ask what you can do," cried Sergei, coming close to him. "Work. That is what you can do. We must work." Sergei screamed at him. The man said, "Yes, sir, I know. But where can I find work?" "How do you like to chop wood for me?" Sergei said. Sergei offered him to chop wood in his house. "I would not refuse to do that. But in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread." Sergei told him that, "I will give you wood to chop." "Yes, sir, I will do." Then Sergei went to his home along with the beggar to offer him the work. This is all about the first unit of the topic. In the second class, we will see the second topic. Have a good day. देखिए केते हला कोन हला है जे ना नहीं आइबो कौन पे हो नहीं बोल छी
नाले में बिहेवियर कौन
काई केतळे आइबो गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स ना एटा दासुने आइला ने तो ना एटा ना